Well, good morning, everybody. Today we are camping in Gold Butte National Monument. So we are able to find this campsite with this view of Little Finland out here in the middle of Gold Butte National Monument. And this is Eric Pullen. Eric is a long-distance hiker. You can look at his videos up above where I'm pointing. And we're going to be hiking today up to a place called the Seven Keyholes Slot Canyon. Now, from our campsite here, and I will put the coordinates on how to get to this campsite in the description below the video. We're going to work our way cross-country in a southwesterly direction to get to the canyon from our campsite. So we're going to get started. Yeah, so this ends up being pretty easy walking. Just kind of walking across this little slope here. We're going to go up to this hill up here, take some pictures, look around. Turned out to be a beautiful day out, and the best part is no wind. It's been kind of cold and windy the last couple weeks down here in southern Nevada and southern California. But not today. It's turned out to be a pretty perfect sunshine-filled day so far. So we just made it up to this hill. You can see where our campsite is, and we have a really good view over here of Little Finland. You can see Virgin Peak. Got a nice view of all these mountains and mesas over here. So we're going to head down into this red rock country, and we're heading over to this rock outcrop. That's where the Seven Keyholes Canyon will be found. We decided to come up into this draw, and we're going to go up and around and come into the Seven Keyholes Slot Canyon approach from the backside. Normally, you'd continue to skirt along these cliffs, but we decided to change it up a little bit. Despite its name and appearance, the Seven Keyholes Slot Canyon isn't really a slot canyon. In geologic terms, the straight and narrow canyon is a joint or a fracture which divides two large rock masses. Joints are created when forces cause them to crack and separate. The Jurassic sandstone, belonging to the Aztec-Navajo sandstone formation, are the reddish-brown rocks that are dramatically exposed where the pavement ends at Whitney Pocket and at other places in Gold Butte National Monument, such as Little Finland and the rock outcrops that contain the Seven Keyholes Slot Canyon. This is the same formation exposed in Valley of Fire State Park and the Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area west of Las Vegas. This area right over here looks like it's probably going to be the easiest way to get up there, at least for me and the dogs. Since they don't have hands, they're not very good at climbing certain rock faces, so I got to try and find paths that they can get up with a relative amount of ease. Yeah, we made it over here, and I'm not quite sure if this is going to work. These sandstones were deposited in a huge desert approximately 180 million years ago, and it is the same deposit of cliff-forming sandstone that forms the high cliffs of Zion National Park. In Utah and other areas of the Colorado Plateau, it is commonly referred to as Navajo sandstone. All right, we made it up here. Come here, Doug. Hey, come here. There's a few lizards out and about right now, so Doug, of course, loves that. What makes the Seven Keyholes unique to other large joints found in sandstone is the hollowed-out bottom section of the canyon. It looks similar to Zion's famous canyon, the Subway, which is not a joint but an actual slot canyon carved by water. Side canyons, or joints branching off of the main canyon of Seven Keyholes, also have the hollowed-out bottom and were most likely the product of eons of wind and moisture effects on an underlying softer and more erosion-prone layer of sandstone. All right, this is the Seven Keyholes Slot Canyon we're looking at down here. So we're going to make our way down into this little valley in the back, down to the canyon floor, and over to the mouth of the canyon. Exposed surfaces of the Aztec Navajo sandstone typically develop a black coating called desert varnish. Native American petroglyphs found here were made by scraping through this black patina to expose the light-colored sandstone below. The history of the petroglyphs is unknown. Western Anasazi inhabited this area several thousand years ago, and more recently, southern Paiute Indians traveled through here. The petroglyphs may date anywhere from 700 to several thousand years old, and some examples can be seen in the Seven Keyholes Slot and along the approach to the canyon. So this is the Seven Keyholes, beginning right behind me. We're going to head up in there in just a couple minutes. There's some people around here today. All right, we are going in to the keyholes. Wow. Well, this is really cool. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. Couple of hummingbirds right there. I don't know if you can see them or not, but oh, I'll leave it to Doug to scare them away. Thanks, buddy. Real nice of you. We're going to hike out to this lone Joshua tree out here in the middle of this little valley. So here's the lone Joshua tree. You know, it actually looks like it's in bloom. I've never actually seen one of these in bloom before. That's really cool. There is one type of little moth that pollinates this particular type of Joshua tree. There's an eastern and a western Joshua tree species, and I'm not sure which one this one is, but they both depend on a certain little moth that cross-pollinates them so they can keep propagating. So this is our campsite. We are almost there, and you can see Raven up there ahead. He's looking forward to getting fed, evidently. But this has been a really good hike. I think this was maybe 2 miles round trip, maybe 2.5 at best. It's not a very long hike. And of course, you saw the canyon that we went hiking up into, so it's definitely worth your while. So we made it back to camp. This was a really nice hike, probably 2.5 miles up there. It's definitely worth your while to get out there and check it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and you can join us next time for another adventure.